Hello darlings, it's me, Freddie Uranus here, and today we're going to be talking about something you're probably sick of hearing about by now. We're going to be talking about JK Rowling. Okay, so if you don't know what's going on in the Harry Potter JK Rowling fandom world of 2020 of madness, let me try to explain to you. Amidst all the uncertainty of having a deadly pandemic, having Black Lives Matter protests all across the United States, and sparking protests all around the world, Harry Potter author JK Rowling decided to come out with this document, which was basically just a lesson on how to be a transphobe 101. It is seriously disgusting and filled with basically everything you would expect in a transphobic manifesto of sorts. It's horrible, and I'm really struggling with whether I should even link it down in the description, because on the one hand, I want you to be informed about what I'm talking about, and on the other, I don't even want to perpetuate the disgusting things that she said anymore. I'm really at a loss. So in response to that, there have been numerous videos and call-outs from the Harry Potter community, from the queer community, from the trans community, all asking the question, what do we do now? Do we throw away Harry Potter, this beloved work of children's literature? Can we separate the art from the artist? And I'm not going to get into all of that because it's already been got into a lot. And a lot of people have said it probably far better than I could say it. So I'm going to recommend that you go to Sarah Z or Sarah Z if you're from Canada. Oh, Canada. Or another part of the world that says Z. She lays out the argument for, separating the art versus the artist, whether we can still love this piece of literature that was written by someone whose ideas we really disagree with, that is, assuming you disagree with her. If you don't, you may not want to watch the rest of this video, but it's a free world. So today I just want to talk about everything that's happening from my perspective, because I'm the only person who matters in the world right now. But seriously, I may offer an insight that's different from something you've thought of, and my experience is going to be different than yours, and your experience is different from other people's, and so I do think this video is important. So, backstory. First, backstory on me, myself, Freddie. I am a non-binary queer person, and I did not grow up with Harry Potter unlike most people my age. I'm 24, by the way. When I was younger, my parents didn't let me read or watch Harry Potter at all because they thought it was of the devil. I came from a very conservative family. So I only recently hopped onto the Hogwarts Express, if you will. In fact, it was during quarantine. I finally had all this time and energy that I could use reading towards, a silly kids series that people have been telling me I needed to read and watch forever, but I've been putting off to read and watch more important things like Game of Thrones or Foucault's sexuality or whatever. So now I had all this time and I thought, okay, this is the perfect opportunity for me to get on board the Harry Potter bandwagon. Oh Lord, was I just terribly mistaken. How could I not foresee what was to come. So I started listening to the audiobooks, and then after I listened to the audiobooks, I watched all the movies, and I was obsessed. I mean, this was life-changing to me, okay? Harry Potter was like a new philosophy. It was a new way of life. I was instantly just enthralled and taken away from my boring life in this ugly pandemic and whisked away to this magical boarding school where I could be an 11-year-old boy. It's kind of weird, okay? But let's just say I really enjoyed Harry Potter, okay? I recognized that there were some issues with it, particularly some issues with diversity or the lack thereof. But I also thought that I recognized some metaphors for being LGBT in the series. For instance, the way that Harry Potter is treated for being a wizard by the Dursleys really seemed like the response that a gay or trans kid would get from, parents who were unaccepting of their sexuality or gender identity. Or the character of Sirius Black, who ran away from home or was kicked out of his home. I'm not sure if it was specified, because of his differences with his family. Or the character of Remus Lupin, who is my favorite character other than Severus Snape, who is my misunderstood emo child. But the character of Remus Lupin is a werewolf, and he's completely misunderstood and feared by the wizarding world because of his identity as a werewolf. He's shunned, he's not given opportunities for employment. He doesn't even know if he can get married, even though really he should have got married to Sirius. And I'm not sure whether I just wanted there to be metaphors to LGBT experiences, or if there was metaphors to queer experiences, but just excluding the T part, because obviously JK doesn't really understand what being trans means. Then again, I have a degree in sociology with a specialty in gender studies, and I am also a master's student who is trying to get my doctorate in sociology with a focus on LGBT studies. So sometimes I see things in books or media that other people don't, just because that's what my brain is so focused on all the time. And that's not to say that I have a better interpretation of this whole situation than what you have, or that because I'm genderqueer, I somehow have more authority than someone who is cisgender, which is completely untrue. I just have a different experience. And to be fair, I'm not a trans woman, and trans women are the demographic that I think this document, this tirade that JK Rowling has went on really hurts the most. I'm not a trans woman. I'm not a trans man. I'm genderqueer. It's a thing. So I can't speak as to how it would negatively impact them. I can only speak as to my experience. And it just hurts my heart, It just sucks. Picture it this way. It's like there's this party that you're late to. Everyone's like, this is the coolest party in town. You finally show up to it, and the host is like, you are not valid, my friend. Yeah. If you want to know how untimely this whole situation has been for me, I literally just filmed a haul video of like $300 worth of Harry Potter merchandise that I bought and got for my birthday. Now I'm afraid to wear the t-shirts. Like, look, I'm wearing a Harry Potter t-shirt. And people might say, oh, well, you're not being a good trans person or ally because you supported her. I didn't know. I knew her politics were problematic, but I was new to the fandom and I didn't really want to get into it just yet. I didn't want it to ruin my Hogwarts experience yet. And then JK Rowling just couldn't keep her mouth shut. So needless to say, I probably won't be posting that video, which is a shame because my makeup look was... And yes, non-binary people can wear makeup too. Thank you. So my mind has been a battlefield over the last few days. I've been struggling over my love for Harry Potter and whether or not I can keep being a Harry Potter fan that I literally just entered the fandom to. I mean, like, honestly, I was envisioning Harry Potter being a really big part of this channel, but... And ultimately, I've come to this conclusion. This is not to say that this should be your conclusion. This is just how I have come to rectify things in my head. I am going to continue to love the Harry Potter series with the knowledge that its creator is extremely problematic, actually hateful, honestly, just plain hateful. But I won't let that ruin the experience, the really magical experience that I had with the books and the movies. I know some of you are probably thinking, but Freddie, you know, how can you continue to support this person? And that's where the real issue for me lies. So, like I said, I just got a ton of merchandise, as you can see, that says always, after all this time. And the truth is, I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing more merchandise because I know that on a very insignificant level, I am supporting a person who has hateful views. At the same time, I do very much still want merchandise because I'm a fan. And when you're a fan of something, you want to get things to show how much you like that thing, even if that thing has a problematic creator. So, like, I still really want Severus Snape's wand. And I still really, really, really want to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios. And yes, I will probably go see the next Fantastic Beasts movies in theaters, even though it will probably suck. But I have to see the final showdown between Jude Law and Johnny Depp, who were kind of in canon lovers, even though they won't commit because the creator is trash. So yeah, I just wanted to create this video kind of saying how I feel about the whole Harry Potter situation. And the conclusion is not good. I don't feel good about it. Yes, I still love it. Does that make me trash? Maybe. But I also want to say that I 100% support all my trans brothers, sisters, non-binary peeps. Love you. And everyone else in the LGBT community. Happy Pride! Yay! I know it doesn't even feel like Pride Month, but it is. I hope you all enjoyed this video somehow, and we'll tune in to the next one. Bye!